Hello, everyone. It's Aliza Bloom Robinson here with the Quantum Meditations. I am a transformational catalyst, a best-selling author, a speaker, and an ordained minister, and it is my joy to bring you these brief meditations on a weekly basis. Today, we're going to be using the theme of unraveling when you're all tied up in knots. Now, sometimes we might think that unraveling is not a good thing. However, energetically, and especially when we're talking about the quantum field, unraveling is always a good thing. These meditations are, whoops, hold on, missing. These meditations are loosely based on my most recent book, which is called Shiro's Journey, which is a spiritual adventure. Shiro is our heroine, and she is walking a hero's journey, Shiro's journey, and her ultimate purpose and reason for being on the planet is really to help save the planet. In the spiritual adventure, she walks through experiences with dragons and lions and those types of things in humanity itself, which are, for her, they show up as processing through emotions such as terror and rage and betrayal and shame. Those are the things that our humanity faces, through Shiro's journey and also on the planet as we're getting ready to quantum leap into the next level of experience, into the next dimension of consciousness. And Shiro walks through those things with not always a lot of grace, but with a willingness. And so today, as I said, we're going to focus on unraveling those places that have us tied up in knots. For example, I was working with a client a little while ago, and she was working to make a decision about something, and her experience in that is she kept contracting, like there was constriction and more constriction, more constriction as she was trying to sort through and figure out what her decision was going to be. So I invite you, as we move into this time of meditation, to let go of trying to figure it out, to let go of trying anything, trying. That whole feeling of trying has a tightness, a contraction to it. But for this time, this next 10 minutes or so, I invite you to open. I invite you to relax. I invite you to come into a place of expansion. Now, if you are watching either live or the replay, I would love to know who you are and where you're watching from. I can see a little bit that there's a couple people, but I don't know. Hey, Rhonda, good to see you. But I don't know who all's here until you make a comment. So I'd love to know who's here, who's watching, whether it's live or the replay. So let's take a moment to move into a quantum meditation. And if you don't know what that means, let's take a moment to move into a time of meditation. So I invite you to first notice how you're thinking and how you're feeling. Notice your body, mind, heart, soul system. And then close your eyes. And as you close your outer eyes, become willing to have an experience. So take a couple of deep breaths. Inhaling deeply and exhaling fully. Inhaling deeply and exhaling fully. With each exhale, notice or allow or consciously bring your awareness into your body and relax. Drop your shoulders. Open your chest, relax your jaw. And allow your awareness to drop deep into your hip space, the place of the womb, place we call home, between your hip bones in that lower abdominal area. And just land there for a moment, allowing all of your awareness to shift into that part of your body. As you draw your full awareness into that lower space, feel a sense of coming home, a sense of quieting. Perhaps even a sense of unhooking from the distractions of the day. And from your hip space now, allow your awareness and your energy to rise up just a little bit. And as you lift it a little bit, feel how you land in the lower part of your spiritual heart. Notice how the quality of your experience is a bit different, subtly different, in the lower part of your spiritual heart. From your spiritual heart, you have access to a portal. Find that portal, and as you enter that portal, find yourself in the field of your spiritual heart. This field of your spiritual heart is your access point to the infinite intelligence. It's your access point to the subconscious and the superconscious. It's your access point to the eternal now moment. And today, in the field of your spiritual heart, we discover a playground of consciousness. One of the things on this playground is those old metal merry-go-rounds. So if it feels right to you, jump onto that merry-go-round. And if you'd rather be a witness, that's fine too. And feel that merry-go-round begin to spin. Gently at first, and then a little faster, and a little faster, and a little faster. And notice, not only do you perhaps get a bit dizzy Feel how your energetic body feels a bit tied up. You can jump off that merry-go-round or allow it to stop. And as you feel how it feels to be tied up, think of a time in your life where you were a little tied up energetically or emotionally or even mentally. Maybe it was today or yesterday or last week, or maybe it was in the past. And as you recall how it feels to be tied up, feel your whole body contracting. And we activate this in order to unravel it in the depths of our being. Rather just unravel one situation, we unravel the pattern, the habituated, so as we activate that, as we feel what it feels like to be tied up, we're also going to access the quantum field. So on the count of 3, we're going to burst out of the feeling of being contracted. So feel contraction, feel tied up, feel the spin of the merry-go-round on whatever your pattern of being tied up is. 1, 2, 3, pop, burst out of the contractions, just like a superhero. And feel all of the ropes and the threads and the patterns that have held you tied, feel them break away. Feel the holding you tight expand. Feel the truth of who you are rising up like a phoenix out of the ashes in its fullness and freedom of being. Allow that experience, that quality to expand, the freedom, the awareness, the aliveness, the expanded space. And look around and notice that any pattern that you've had recently or in the past or both is dissolving. And what you have instead is a clarity. Clarity of thought, clarity of mind, clarity of emotion, of freedom in emotion, of freedom in your physical body. So we anchor that in, we activate that freedom, the clarity. And if you're comfortable, put your arms up and expand out, look up, keeping your eyes closed. And say a statement that is true for you. Perhaps it is, I have clarity and freedom. I am clarity and freedom. And we activate that energy and we integrate it through all aspects of your being, through your physical, mental, emotional, spiritual bodies. We activate and integrate it through all dimensions of time and space, through all states of awareness and consciousness. Feel how it feels. Notice what you notice. And draw it from this expanded space all the way right back into this eternal now moment in your physical body, sitting in your chair, watching this. meditation. Put one hand on your heart, the other hand on your lower belly, on that hip space. And say your statement, I am freedom and clarity. I am freedom and clarity. I am freedom and clarity. Notice the vibration. Notice how it feels in your being. Allow it to anchor through your body from the top of your head to the bottoms of your feet. Allow it to permeate and penetrate and fill the inner spaces of your being. Allow it to emanate from you, through you, and as you. I am freedom and clarity. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, you can open your eyes when you're ready. Feel that expanded space. Feel the clarity in your eyes, in your mind, in your being. I would love to know how that is for you, how that was for you. So type a comment. How do you feel right now? What did you notice in that experience? Again, my name is Aliza Bloom Robinson. I am a part of the 1 Million Meditators Ambassadors Program. We do meditations all the time. And coming up at the end of March, we have another global meditation. So we hope you join us. There's links all around. If you have any questions, just type a comment or send us a message. There's lots of us that can reach out and answer your questions and invite you into our greater and global community. I'm actually off on a grand adventure. In just a day or two, I'm off to Hawaii and New Zealand and Australia. I've got this amazing virtual walkabout. If you want to join me on a grand adventure, I believe the links are around, or if they're not, just ping me and let me know you're curious about that, because we leave really soon. It's going to be really, really wonderful. And I will see you right back here when we return to the States in about a month or so. All right, everybody, have a gorgeous and glorious and brilliantly blessed day. We'll see you again real soon.